Hi guys, what's up? It's Sophie. Welcome to a new video. A few days ago I posted on my Instagram story asking you guys what questions you wanted me to answer about sorority recruitment, being in a sorority, all of that. So today I'm going to be answering your questions. Make sure to check out my social media so you don't miss another Q&A for the chance to have your questions answered in a video. So first up, a little bit about me in case you are new to my channel. I am going to be a sophomore at the University of Arizona and I'm a member of a sorority. I'm in Chi Omega. Okay, let's get into the video. So the first question I have is, how difficult is it to balance school and being in a sorority? So being in a sorority is definitely a time commitment. You definitely have to have free time, and it's fun time that you're committing to for the most part. I mean, you have weekly chapter meetings, which ours were on Monday nights, usually from like 7 to 8. And then there's just a lot of other events, like you have fall and spring philanthropy, you have Big Little Week, you have initiation week. So it definitely is a time commitment that you have to, make that time for. But in my opinion, it's so worth it, and I didn't really have any difficulty balancing all of my requirements for my sorority and all my schoolwork. I think as long as you keep a balance of both, then it shouldn't be too hard to also keep up with everything going on in your sorority. So I completely think it's doable. I know girls who do school, job, sorority, and like other clubs too. I'm going to be getting a job in the fall, so I will be balancing all of that as well. So it's totally doable, not difficult. You just have to have some time management. Next question is, what is something you didn't expect about being in a sorority? I have to think about this. Honestly, I would say a lot of what it's actually like to be in a sorority isn't what I expected. Going into recruitment and everything, I had wanted to be in a sorority. I had wanted to join Greek life ever since I had sort of started looking into colleges and touring colleges. I sort of decided that was something I wanted to be a part of because I like being involved. But I would say I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be like the movies with everyone, just that stereotypical sorority type of experience that I didn't really want. That wasn't really what I was looking for. And I would say that definitely wasn't what I found. Like, yes, it's so much fun, and obviously you got a lot of connections socially through being in a sorority, but it's so much more of like a genuine, strong like sisterhood that I found in my sorority than maybe I would have expected. Obviously, with a group of 400 women, everyone's not gonna like each other, but for the most part, you don't see that in my sorority at all. Everyone is so nice, and it's not really that like high school-y vibe that I was maybe thinking could happen if I joined a sorority, and so yeah, I think I would say I didn't expect how strong and like inspiring of a sisterhood I would really find being in a sorority. Because it's like, I know I can just text any girl in my sorority, and like, even if we haven't talked ever, we've only talked once or twice, like I sort of know that they're there for me, I'm there for them, So the next question I have is, do the organizations actually check your GPA coming in as a freshman? And this is a yes. Obviously every single sorority is different, but with Panhellenic rules, like your GPA is something that counts going through recruitment for every sorority. I'm pretty sure the cutoff for most sororities is a 3.0 high school GPA and a 2.75 college GPA, so I would definitely say keep your grades up as much as you can if you're wanting to join a sorority in college. They all see your GPA. I don't know how exactly everything is working specifically in terms of like you fill out your profile thing. I don't know if they're still doing that this year, but when I rushed, we had to like fill out profiles with like picture, fill out all of our activities, and our GPA would be in that as well, and that would be sent out to all the chapters. So yeah, they see your GPA and it can definitely be a possible factor in their decisions. So yeah, I would say keep your grades up as much as you can. So the next question I have is, how did you deal with chapters dropping you? Now this is something I've talked a little bit about in my sorority recruitment video. Like, I'm not here to just sugarcoat it. Like, it sucks getting dropped from chapters. Like, happened to me multiple times, and to most of the girls I know. Like, a perfect rush where you just get the houses back you want constantly, it can happen, and I know girls who it happened to, but more often than not I hear more about like people getting dropped from houses that they liked, and like that was my personal experience. Houses that I thought I liked, thought I was like a good fit at, dropped me, and I now know, like I can look back and be like, okay, I know I actually would not have gotten along in that house. That is not the place for me. And I think that's the most important thing to remember, is that you'll look back at it in a few months and you'll be like, okay, you know what, like the one saying that people always say is trust the process, and like it is true. Like, more often than not you'll end up where you're meant to be, and you'll look back and be like, okay, you know what, like I now realize like that house was not for me. So I really just think the best thing to remember as you're going through recruitment and it's happening is just this is just the universe telling you like you're meant to be somewhere else. This process is gonna work out for you in some sort of way. Everything that you like learn in life is a lesson, and it sucks. Like rejection sucks in anything, whether it's school, boys, sorority recruitment. Like rejection just sucks in general, but it makes you a stronger person without a doubt, and you just have to sort of stay strong. Like I would say I would like write down how I would feel at the end of the day if I like got dropped from a house. Like I'm big on like getting my feelings out writing or like talking to someone. I would talk to my mom, and I think that really helps. So yeah. So the next question I have is, because Rush is online this year, is it a good idea to set up Zoom calls with girls from houses? So a little bit of background on this. This is more specific to U of A. I don't know how other schools are doing online recruitment right now, but I do know that sororities are reaching out to PNMs, so potential new members, and setting up Zoom calls just to like get to know girls before sorority recruitment starts. So I would definitely say if you get any emails, DMs, follows, whatever from sororities on email, Instagram, whatever, definitely engage, definitely talk to them, set up those Zoom calls, because it will help you sort of get a little bit of an idea of different chapters before recruitment starts. I have some friends who are PNMs right now, and they are going through the process and they're setting up Zoom calls and stuff. So I would say, yeah, definitely set up Zoom calls if you get the chance to, because it will help you get to know the sororities better. And obviously recruitment is very different this year. Like in the past years, we weren't even supposed to talk to PNMs at all. Like it's completely different now. So yeah, 100% go for it. Okay, so next question is, I'm from England and I want to go to U of A when I'm 18. Would this affect my chance of a bid? So not at all. That's super cool that you're coming international. I know that in England and basically pretty much outside of the US, sororities aren't a thing. So I think that's really cool that you're still interested in joining it, because it's so much fun. I actually know a couple of girls who were international students who joined sororities. So 100% go for it. Not gonna affect anything. And honestly, that'll be a good talking point for recruitment, because that's so like unique and different. Okay, and my last question for today's video is, what are some things not to talk about and to talk about during Rush? Okay, so for things not to talk about, don't talk about boys, don't talk about parties, alcohol, religion, and politics. Those are kind of like the 4 categories that you just stay away from, because that's just not really what sorority recruitment is about. It's so much more about sisterhood, as cheesy as that is, but it's more about like getting to know you as a person, you getting to know the different chapters. And so yeah, if you're just sitting there talking about like, oh, like what frats do you guys party with, blah blah blah, like that's just not something you should be saying. It's kind of like a red flag conversation for the sororities, so I would keep that in mind. But like things to talk about, like I just said, I think it's like good to have something sort of unique that you can bring up that will sort of help the chapters remember you. So like for me, I would usually mention YouTube, because that's something that not a lot of people did. But like if you did a sport in high school, or you did like a club, or you have like some special hobby, you did something cool over summer break, anything like that that can sort of make you stand out from the other girls, because it's so many girls going through recruitment. I think it's important to find something like that. So yeah, the first few days you're going to be talking about where you went to high school, what major are you, what dorm are you in, all that like surface level stuff. But then as the days go on, like you will definitely start to have deeper conversations. Like I met my big during recruitment and literally had like a whole conversation about like how we each had like a fight with one of our like closest friends right before college, and like I don't know, you get a lot deeper on those days. But no, I definitely think at the start have that one little unique thing. It's gonna be a pretty surface level conversations besides that, and then as the days go on and you get to know the girls better, the conversations will be deeper and it'll just flow if it's like where you're meant to be. So yeah. Okay, so that's it for today's video. If you guys want to see a part 2, make sure to let me know in the comments, and I can definitely do another Q&A. And if you guys want me to do like a U of A Q&A or something like that, just let me know. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and again, check out my social media so you don't miss anything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.